See if you can spot the problem with this, because I missed it.
Some individuals in some circumstances can claim more from the taxpayer if they're not well enough to work, rather than if they're just out there looking for a job. Do you think sometimes people make a very logical decision, perhaps, to claim ill health to increase their income?
I think incentives matter, and that's why we've legislated to change them. We legislated to narrow the gap between what people got for being standard unemployment and the extra health element in universal credit.
But shouldn't you close that gap?
Because I happened to be watching that with a mate of mine who was immediately like, I really hate hearing politicians who have never had to rely on welfare support to get by talk about how we need to take away welfare support from people who need it. Because she was immediately like, if you have a disability, then you're going to have more long-term financial needs than somebody who just happens to be unemployed at that time. A, because being disabled means you're often going to have to spend more money in order to make up for the disability, in terms of, for example, getting around, having to pay other people to get you from place to place. But most importantly, it's likely to limit your long-term earning potential, because there might be certain jobs that you just can't get to or just can't do, which means you're going to be earning, relatively speaking, less long-term, and therefore you're going to need more money. And yet this government seems to be acting as if closing the gap between basic unemployment support and disability support is a good thing. And as a side note, in terms of politics in general, like when I make the content that I make for you, it involves watching interviews like this. And like I said, I miss this because when I'm watching this stuff, my brain is basically going, can I see something? Can I hear something that I know with my own expertise, I know that's wrong and therefore I need to talk about it. But I miss this because I don't have the lived experience of relying on benefits, whereas my mate does. Because the important thing in politics is not whether or not you know everything, it's whether or not you're willing to listen to and care for those who might know things that you don't know.